Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your tarot reading here at the Intuitive Teacup. We're going to read your tarot cards, so please come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, a desire to maybe learn something or better yourself, see things from a different perspective. Do keep in mind you are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is optional advice, guidance, and an energy check-in. Please trust that your own intuition will separate what messages are meant for you and what are not. If something feels strange or foreign, don't take it on as yours. Please release it. Assume it's going out to someone else who needs to hear it. It might just resonate for you at a later time or date. That being said, let's try and have some fun, right? Let's get you some helpful, insightful messages. Let's set the intention wherever Pisces is at in their spiritual journey. What messages would be helpful for them to hear in this reading? Let's do it. Let's do it. Sorry, I know every time I slam my cards down, the mic is like super sensitive to that, so I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to do that in your reading. Learn that the hard way. Here we go. For Pisces, what's coming up in the past? What up, Pisces? How you been? How you doing? What's coming up in your past? Strength. Ooh, all right. I like this for you. I think it has to do with, I'm hearing the word strategy and control, but the higher vibration of it. I think it has to do with releasing what you can't control and staying grounded and present, knowing that good things are going to arrive to you in divine timing, and practicing good self-restraint because there's something that you've been wanting to move forward with or initiate or check in on, and the universe is sending you signs like they're not saying no, but they're saying not right now, and I think you're honoring that, and I love that. Yeah, that feels good. Feels like you're coming from a very powerful and productive place. There may be something involving a Leo in your past, or possibly an issue, not good or bad, just something regarding your children might be on your mind. We'll see. Let's keep going. Let's see what comes out. Let's see. Let's see. All right, so let's look at this a little bit closer. So strength coming up in the past, and then in the present, how is it impacting you? So yeah, wanting to move forward on some decision that you felt like either someone literally told you no, or somebody literally told you, I don't know yet, or I have to wait, or there was something about timing where you were excited to move forward with something, but I think you had to cater your expectations to not get too emotionally involved or too attached to a certain outcome. There had to be kind of this loosey-goosey, I'm just going to accept what the universe provides to me and not question the rest. Like, know that like I'm on a divinely guided path or plan, and like the universe is looking out for me. So like if something isn't meant to be, I'm not going to force it. There's a nice releasing. That being said, in your present energy, there is awakening something from your past. You have major like Scorpio, Pluto energy that just moved into the sign of Aquarius. So for my Pisces rising, let me think about this. Yeah, so Aquarius would, for my Pisces rising, for most of you, Aquarius would be your 12th house. So there could be some sort of revisit of something from your past. And I don't think triggering is necessarily the right word, but revival. A revival of something from your past that you're able to look at now with different eyes. It could be something in a friendship group or something involving a community group. I'm not sure if that's a right way of phrasing it. Here's what I'm trying to say. There could be a revisitation or a reinvigoration of a friendship that faltered or fell off track. There could also be some sort of strong connection with a friend that is starting to turn more romantic, or possibly like the potential for that was always there, like it was in the groundwork I'm hearing, but it's like it's time for it to come together and actually build some sort of solid foundation or structure. That's for some of you. It's almost like we're looking closer at the emotions connected to someone who's probably been in our life. It could be a past life connection, but for most of you, I think you know who this is. Very likely a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, maybe even a Scorpio could be involved. It doesn't have to be. But yeah, it's starting to contemplate and consider the emotions involved, and if it is bringing joy and happiness and peace and stability to your life, or if there is a releasing because it's no longer serving you. The 7 of Cups goes to the 8 of Cups. So I'm wanting to relay to some of my Pisces that there will be a walking away or a letting go of. But that being said, I think for a lot of you, it's to exit out of something that you have outgrown because something new has come into you that is more in alignment with your future and your destiny. And so it's a very easy decision for you to make, but it was a long time coming. I guess what I'm trying to say is for a long time, you didn't know what to do. And then I'm thinking an Aquarius season or possibly in Pisces season. That could be, yeah, probably like first house stuff. Probably in Pisces season, so whenever that starts. Is that like late February, I think, to mid-March? Anyway, something about that, you're going to have a lot more certainty about what you're wanting to move forward with, and there won't be this confusion. There won't be this like, do I or don't I? Like, I love them, but I don't, or do they love me? Is it unrequited? Like, and it doesn't have to be love, but for a lot of you it is. I'm just sensing that it is. Yeah, I think in Pisces season, there's going to be a turning of the tide. I think there's going to be a change. I think there's going to be a huge awakening and transformation and some sort of soulful connection. And I'm wanting to use the phrase, if you love something, let it go. You've already had to do that in the past before, and it's showing you that by having faith in the universe and not forcing things to fit together that just didn't sync up or didn't go together, something from your past is returning because you allowed it the space and the freedom to grow individually without you there monitoring, controlling, whatever it is. There was just like a releasing. I'm literally seeing someone tossing something into the ocean. If it comes back to you, it was meant to be yours. And for a lot of you, something is coming back to you. Oh, Pisces, this feels like deep and romantic and beautiful. Like it, oh yeah, I'm feeling, my soul is feeling this, Pisces. Oh, okay, cool. I like that. It's possible that you didn't see the same potential in this situation that you do now, or vice versa. That could have gone to your person. I think there was an undeniable strength and power and connection in some sort of relationship or friendship that you had. Just because of life circumstances, it wasn't able to come together in the way you had thought or hoped. And so again, in the past, I think you had to release it. I think in the present, something is, and I don't even think it's materialized yet. I think psychically you're having dreams about this person, or it's like you're feeling their energy, even though it's not necessarily around you presently, but something is being woken up to the fact that something is coming back together, but it is arriving in a transformed way. It's not exactly the same as it was the first time you guys got together, or whatever that spark in chemistry was. I'm not saying the spark in chemistry isn't there. I think it's even better, but something, ultimately the death card is a card of transformation, and I think that's the reason why it's able to come back to you in a higher vibration, is because you both had your own separate work to do. You both had to go through circumstances that ultimately changed you for the better. They shaped and molded and refined you as a person. And now you're coming into this new chapter of your life so much more capable and ready. And, you've learned some hard but valuable lessons. And it is contributing positively to the dynamic that you're going to create in this very important connection. Scorpio had a similar reading where I used the word defining, refining, molding, shaping, reforming. That was a big energy coming through in the Scorpio energy, and I'm seeing similarities in your reading too. So it doesn't mean it has to involve a Scorpio, but for some of you it certainly does. And for some of you have very strong Scorpio in your chart. So emotionally, how are you feeling? I think there's like a psychic feeling that something is coming into you, but it's like a rebirth. It's regenerated. It's not something brand new, but it's something coming in with a new vibe and a new energy, though there's something familiar about it to you, if that makes sense. Some of you have a great love and capacity in your heart to build something and do something with a Scorpio. You have intense emotions for a Scorpio, or just intense emotions in general, but I don't mean that in a negative way where you're losing control of yourself in the process, like getting sort of like the drowning in the ocean vibe. I don't get that. It's like your profound ability to feel and emote and, empathy, compassion, that's showing up as your superpower in this reading, Pisces. This is like a deep ass reading, you guys. Like I am in it. I am feeling it. But your cards are so positive. I mean, out the gate, you have 3 major arcana and a high vibing Queen of Wands. So like, yeah, good for you. So what are you thinking about? Again, it's almost like this, you can't explain it because it hasn't materialized physically yet, but you sense that communication is coming into you. And there's kind of like a trailblazing energy with the Queen of Wands. It's like cutting your own path. It's doing something maybe before others are fully aware, or maybe waiting for other people to catch up to you, if that makes any sense. It's very strongly for me as a reader associated with Aries, but fire signs in general, like Wands, right? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But let's remove the zodiac signs, and just in terms of what you're thinking, expanding your network, taking some sort of decisive action, setting up some sort of plan, initiating, feeling. I'm hearing the word catalyst. There could be a fire sign in your life that maybe has nothing to do with your romance per se, but someone who's really making you feel seen and inspired, and someone who's really encouraging you to go after that thing or do that thing or put time and energy to achieve your personal goals. And you're feeling very like motivated and inspired to do that. With the Queen of Wands, she's work hard, play hard, right? I'm wanting to say, but there's something very sexy and charming about the Queen of Wands without necessarily having to try tremendously hard. And I know technically, you're strongly water, right? If you're Pisces and you're watching this, but you're coming off as the Queen of Wands though in this reading, where it's like, there's just something very dynamic and intriguing and exciting about you to those around you, but you may be turning down offers because you know that like you're being guided to something bigger. So I'm almost getting this idea that you may have multiple suitors and options available to you. And I want to be careful how I phrase this, because I'm not suggesting you put your life on pause or say no to offers being made to you that could be good simply because you're holding on to the past and waiting for your person to come back. I think that's the wrong way of looking at this. That being said, though, I'm not going to resist or deny the fact that you are very in tune right now, Pisces. There's something, it's just like you're picking up on the sensitivities and the vibration, and you yourself are getting warning signs from your spirit guides that something is aligning and coming back from the dead, coming back from the past. I mean, some of you quite literally have like spirit guides around you, especially ancestors, something from your roots, your family. And it's like, it's a breadcrumb trail, but it's like energetic, right? There's like a breadcrumb trail that like you kind of, without knowing for sure, but like you know that something is coming back to you. And so I think you're not biding your time, but there's something about, I'm going to be patient and I'm not going to force anything. Like if it's not all there, I'm not going to bend over backwards to try and make something happen, because I know that like the universe will send me clear signs when it's a yes, like when it's absolutely meant for me. It's sort of like not taking half-assed offers, if that makes sense, because it's like the Queen of Wands, it's like she desires a lot, but it's because she knows she brings a lot to the table. It's not this unfound confidence or this unwarranted confidence or ego. It's not that. It's just like, I've come a long way. I've worked really hard to be where I'm at. So like, I'm not accepting anything that is below my standards. There's an assurance here. There's like there's a badass confidence, Pisces. I like it. So if anything, what is holding Pisces back? And just for like the most simplistic version of this, it could be that you have feelings for a Scorpio. It could be that you're thinking about a fire sign, or maybe someone has both in their chart, but there could be sort of with the emotional options card, right? You're trying to figure out how you feel about certain people in your life. And not only that, this doesn't have to be romance. It could be that emotionally you're feeling like you're ready for a change, but mentally you're kind of like, but I'm in a job that is supporting me and I'm living a good life because of it. So maybe it's changing up what you do, but not necessarily parting ways with a job or an entity, right? But like it could be sort of a reinvention or a revigoration of something that you are very passionate about, but it needs to grow and thrive in a new way. Otherwise it's dead weight and it's holding you back. Like you're meant to grow and expand, right? Okay. What's holding Pisces back, please? If anything, it's something that they maybe need to release, something that is no longer good for them. What's going on with Pisces, please? The Empress and the Hierophant. So two very, very strong cards of a Taurus for me. So maybe that will resonate with some of you instantly. There could be, there could be a relationship with a Taurus that is on again, off again, but you've kind of reached a point where you've changed as a person and you can't accept the breadcrumbing anymore. Like, a little bit of attention here and there. You're just like, I'm so above that. I'm wanting to say to you, whether this is a Taurus or not, it doesn't matter. There's some sort of relationship where you're like, you've had ample time to come to me. Like I have made my intentions known. I have sent you paragraphs via text. I've sent you letters in the mail. Like, all these things that you've rolled out the red carpet for someone and they never took the bait. And I think you're just at a point where you're like, I'm sorry, like I have nothing left for you. I have nothing to offer you. And there isn't this guilt or this fear of, well, what if I don't? And are they there's this calm of like, nope, that just wasn't the one. And I don't think there's even a grudge or a resentment towards this person. I think they had a chance and they decided it wasn't right for them. And so now I'm deciding this isn't right for me. Again, there's like a calm and a peace about it because you are doing assessment of prospects, emotional suitors in your past, and you're able to sort of cut out or trim the fat, cut the excess, remove things, eliminate things that are just taking up space but offering you no nourishment. Others of you, when the Queen of Wands and the Empress arrive with the marriage card, there's an element here of no longer tolerating third-party stuff or no longer tolerating being the other person, the other woman, the second option, the plan B. Again, same exact message of what I just said. There isn't grudges or resentment. There isn't any sort of icky energy of, I hope they fail and I hope their marriage or whatever. It's just like, they didn't choose me, and I understand it's because I had to choose myself. And now that I have, that doesn't even appeal to me anymore. There's like a huge revelation. There's like a reinvention of self here with this kind of death, transformation, Scorpio energy of you coming into your power. And again, it has a lot to do with, I'm hearing high vibe, like high self-esteem. Again, knowing what you bring to the table and having this cool confidence about what you're willing to accept now into your life at all, all things, friendships, jobs, romantic suitors, etc. If it's not satisfying or nourishing or helping you thrive in any scenario, I'm hearing like killing off or something like killing off weeds, weed whacking. It's like allowing our crop, being very protective of our garden, of our seed, of our what it is we're trying to grow ourselves, right? Our life journey. It's being very protective of that and like trying to cut out the weeds and remove things that are actually inhibiting one's growth with all this like Taurian earthy energy coming through, because this is like the long term. This is like for the long haul, this immersion in a new chapter that's all about self-respect and self-esteem and self-love. It's like we don't have time for anything that isn't like watering that seed or giving us sunlight, right? You understand what I mean. What's going to help Pisces move forward, please? What's going to help Pisces move forward? Interesting. 3 of Swords. Yeah, I think this is a releasing of negative emotions that maybe... The thing is, I don't get this currently, but I think it's like, I'm hearing live and let live. I think there's a... I don't want to say this. There's beauty in forgiveness. It's not so much identifying with, I say this to you all the time, Pisces. It's not just you. I say it to everybody. It's not so much identifying with victim mentality anymore, because that ultimately was holding yourself back. I think it's about acknowledging things that you went through that didn't at the time feel fair or warranted, but understanding that it's made you a survivor. It's made you stronger. And it's made you more choosy and selective and decisive in terms of who you're letting into your network. And also for some of you, it's stepping into the role as healer for others, even if that's not your profession, though for some of you it might be. It's stepping into this role where, I said something similar to Sagittarius, it's like you are a guardian angel in other people's lives. You are a sage, you are the provider of wisdom, of things that you've experienced yourself. It allows you to offer healing to other people on their spiritual journey. And yeah, for some of you, you just do it naturally. That's how you live your life every day. You don't go out going, oh, I'm going to solve people's problems and I'm going to heal them. It's like just your presence being around people, they feel at ease with you. It's like medicine being around you because you're just so like, yeah, oh gosh, it's like you have such a big heart. Yeah, Queen of Cups, you have so much love to give. And it's an outpouring of energy, whether you realize it or not. And so with that, right, you have to be careful that you aren't absorbing other people's negativity as a sponge, like a sponge, I should say. But yeah, it's like you have a divine gift of healing. And so whatever you choose to do with that, that's up to you. Not that you have to utilize that or lean into it, but it's like a natural skill and ability you have. And I think you're starting to realize people of the past who took advantage of that and didn't appreciate it. And the thing is, you don't wish them anything other than the best. But again, it's like I'm sorry, like, I don't have room for that in my life anymore. It's not even an I'm sorry. It's unapologetically, like, moving on without resentment or without baggage. You're going down a path of healing, and I'm hearing something is owed to you, but it's being rewarded in terms of like the divine offering you something. Stop it, Pisces. There's your 10 of Cups. You have amazing things coming into you. You have set yourself up for amazing karma. And I don't even think some of you realize it, because some of you are still sort of in that period of all the traumas and the triggers and the things I've been through. I think you're asking questions about like, but why did that happen to me? And the universe is like, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Have faith and trust that it wasn't for nothing. It was almost like your karmic lesson or something that maybe energetically your soul signed up for in this lifetime. And I don't mean to make this icky. I'm being honest. You're starting to reap the reward for that, and things are starting to come into you. Energies, connections, psychic downloads where you're starting to go, oh, I see. There's like a deeper understanding of like your soul purpose. I know this is deep and kind of heady, but I'm kind of into it. Look at your cards. I mean, this is kind of amazing, Pisces. All right, hopes and dreams regarding whatever this scenario is, or just in general. What is coming in for Pisces? Hopes, dreams, long-term goals, wishes. Something that I need to be made aware of as a reader. Pisces, hopes and dreams regarding this connection. For some of you, it's Scorpio. I keep wanting to say Scorpio energy. All right, so there's an offer being made to you because you have found your strength. You are leaning into your willpower. You are embracing all aspects of you, the dark, the light, and you are allowing them to come together and work in unison, and you're not denying or resisting one or the other. You are in perfect harmony and balance, and you can do both. You can do the dark stuff, you can do the light stuff, and something about that is your gift, and it's unique to you. You can go into the spiritual, watery, psychic, intuitive realms, but you can also rise to the occasion and realize life is short. We can't always live in the past. We also have to be focused on the now and the present, earthy energy, right? But also future focused and being the guiding light for others, being the lighthouse, being the source of wisdom and inspiration and guidance. The universe says that like there's some sort of offer coming to you because of that. Some of you, without even realizing it, like this isn't going to make sense to most of you now, but you are going to teach. I'm hearing that the song actually, Teach Your Children Well. For some of you, there may be some important connection with children coming into your life, even if it's not your children, nieces, nephews, I don't know, best friends, you're asked to babysit unexpectedly, whatever. There's some sort of beautiful connection being made with children. There's also some storyline here of importance that has to do with mother-child. I see that over here as well. Some of you are connecting with a family member who has passed. That's not recent, but it's someone that you did know in this lifetime. It could be a mother figure. And for some of you, I know this is a very heavy message, but it's actually being relayed to me as something beautiful. A child that you may have lost, or it's like oh yeah, I got the chills. They're one of your spirit guides. They're one of like your angel guides. Ooh, I'm getting emotional, Pisces. Like that one got me. I felt that. Ooh, okay. So yeah, if you are looking to heal some sort of family issue, whether this person is still here in your life now or whether they've passed on, the universe is saying the healing is coming in. That is very much a possibility and a potential for you. I think some of you are hoping that a Cancerian comes back around or that someone comes back to visit you. Again, that might be a more like 3D spiritual message, being visited by an energy or a presence. That wouldn't be something spooky that you didn't want or didn't desire. That's something that you've been trying to manifest, feeling like you're not in touch with like a guardian angel and wanting to explore that connection. They're there. They've been there this whole time. It's like now you're ready for their arrival. You've been prepping for their arrival. Some of you are making an offer to a Cancerian or a Scorpio. Or a Pisces for that. Like there's a lot of water energy in this too. In fact, let's do zodiac signs on it. I have major arcana though for Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, again, Scorpio, Leo, Aries, Leo, Sag. Like there's a ton of signs here. Don't get me wrong, but something about bear spirit, a bear, mama bear. I don't know. Something about that is significant. Sagittarius, Pisces, Taurus, and Cancer are wanting to be shown really strongly here. So last but not least, what is the outcome, please, for Pisces if anything, whether it's related to this or not, some sort of outcome that is going to materialize for them. What can I share with them? Yeah, you're going to build with somebody. You are reaching a point of more stability, and I'm hearing the word solidarity. You're reaching a point of more stability than you've ever had in your life before, and that may have to do with money as well. If money has been a fickle and fluctuating energy in your life, money is going to start to accrue and accumulate in your bank account in an unshakable, steady, long-term growth sort of way. Some of you are going to have more followers on Instagram, social media, whatever, your website, more traffic hitting your website, more followers. Okay, and sorry, I missed this. There's some important message of you stepping into the role as a teacher for either students or children, but it's like you're helping to teach people how to do something that they couldn't do without you. Okay. So a lot of threes. Threes are about progress and progression, knowing that stability will come. Some of you are being asked to take some sort of leap of faith and go on some sort of journey, whether that's physical travel, it could be an emotional journey, it could be a spiritual journey, and you seem a little bit apprehensive or nervous to do so because it's very much out of your comfort zone. It's something that you've never really done or explored before, but the universe is saying have faith, because if you're feeling the calling, it's for a very specific reason. Some of you know, it's like this is your soul purpose. You're a healer, you're a high priestess, priest, whatever. There's a very strong spiritual connection in this reading. I mean, I can't deny it. Yeah, the devil. Yeah. What is it? Courage is not about moving without fear. It's about acknowledging the fear and moving through it anyway. For some of you, that's important. Others of you, there's a Capricorn somewhere involved in this reading. All right, last but not least, I almost said zodiac signs. That's funny. What am I trying to say? Oracle card. There we go. For Pisces, anything to wrap up this reading, something I may have missed or something we need to underscore or highlight for the Pisces that resonated with this reading? Let's see. Horse spirit. Freedom is yours. That makes me think of Sagittarius, which that was one of the things that came out here. So wild horses, like the Rolling Stones song. I'm also hearing that right now. 33, that's a magic number. Love it. All right, let's read about this and wrap this up. For Pisces, freedom is yours. When horse spirit appears, you are gifted with the spirit of movement and freedom. It is a time for travel and adventure, whether that means a trip somewhere or taking a different type of journey, one of freedom of choice. Horse spirit reminds you that no matter the circumstances, you have free will and choices that can take you far away to a better place, a better situation, a better state of being, for there is no one but you in the reign of your will to make a different decision. Did I read that right? But there is no one but you to reign in your will to make a different decision. You are capable of making powerful choices that will affect you for a long time to come. Horses and social animals, tripping over my words, you guys. Horses are social animals and known to be friend to mankind, willing to carry us forward when we need it. Horse spirit reminds us that help will be available to you whenever you need it, and companions will be by your side wherever you choose to go, whatever direction you choose to travel. Life is an adventure, and horse spirit wants you to know that whatever choices you make, you have a great spirit within, invisible yet holding you up and always walking by your side. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you can set your heart free to experience love in all forms. Spirit whispers to you that the gift of freedom is yours if you allow yourself to break out of your perfectionism or stubbornness. Make a move and enjoy the freedom of letting go the need to have control. All right, Pisces, that's what I got for you. This is a beautiful reading. This is deep. This is heavy. This is like in the emotion stuff. Like this is a water sign reading for sure. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got something out of it. If so, please do like the video. Leave a comment, leave an emoji. You know, any of that will help me gain some traction on YouTube. And I am trying to grow my channel this year, so I would appreciate that. Tell your friends if you like my reading style too. Word of mouth is huge. I would appreciate it. Thanks for showing up to me today. Take care, and I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, Pisces.